Okay, now we're gonna talk about defending cutters. So we're gonna talk about a passing cut, and then we're gonna talk about a flash cut from the opposite side. So the first thing is a face cut. You never want to be face cut, obviously. So if we make this pass right here, the worst thing that could happen is Brock, the offensive player, could just cut right in front of the face of the offensive player and get a layup. So obviously we don't want that to happen. So from Caleb's perspective, from the defensive perspective, after this pass is made, go ahead. If you can just jump to the ball, then you're going to be in position where you're not going to get face cut. But even let's say, Caleb, let's say you just forget to jump to the ball. Or let's say you're guarding, let's say they're an elite scorer and we're not even helping off that score. Well, even if you don't jump to the ball, you can still, if Brock, you try to face cut, you can still just jump in front of them. And usually the technique you want to use is you have your forearm. So you got your forearm right here ready to bump into them. Obviously you're not pushing off because that's a foul, but you're just letting that cutter run into your forearm, and then you have your other hand up in the passing lane. So you're either jumping to the ball to prevent the face cut, or you're just using that forearm to cut them off. Okay, now let's say, Brock, you're on the opposite wing. Caleb, I'm gonna have the ball over here, and you're gonna be in help position. So now we just talked about jumping to the ball and stopping the face cut. Now we're talking about stopping a face cut or a flash cut from the opposite side. So if Caleb's guarding Brock and the ball's over here, what we don't want to happen is no contact at all. So if Brock flashes across, Caleb didn't even touch him, obviously he gets the ball and now he can make a play out of there. That's worst case scenario. Even if they do catch the ball, you still want to hit them. You still want them to have a consequence for going in the paint. So the ideal situation is if Brock goes to cut to the elbow, Caleb's going to step up early. Okay, good. Stop right there. Caleb's going to step up early and have this forearm ready to hit the cutter and the other arm in the passing lane, just like we talked about up there. And we want to hit that cutter early. So as Brock is going across, Caleb, hit him late, like at the elbow. So Caleb hasn't made contact with him, and now he hits him at the elbow. Not bad. Better than no contact at all, but not great. So go back. In this situation, Caleb wants to be able to make contact with Brock about at the midline of the court. So Caleb stepping up, boom, makes contact, and now he's denying that pass, and hopefully they can't get the pass off. So the key, whether it's you are denying a face cut from the top of the key or a flash cut, you always want to create contact. You always want to have your other arm up in the passing lane, and then you want to make the pass hard to catch.